Mishnah Yud is a very important Mishnah. Practically, it's very important because it's going to be talking about, all these guys today. You've got all these doctors who they give you herbs and they give you this and they give you that, all kinds of medicine. Question if you're allowed to go there. So it's going to discuss it. Let's see. יוצאים בביצת החרגול. One is allowed to go out on Shabbat with an egg of a חרגול. חרגול mean חגב. It's a type of grasshopper, cricket. Yeah, from that family. From the grasshopper, from the cricket family. So why would you go with the eggs of a חרגול? What kind of thing is this? והיו נושאים ביצתו לשם ריפוי כאב האוזן. People used to go out with it because it used to help the pain in the ear. I don't think though that if you had pain in the ear, I don't think it was used as medicine. It was psychological. I think they used to carry it not in the ear necessarily, anywhere. They used to carry it. Like in a pouch or something, or on him. Maybe it is in the ear. Yeah, they used to put it in the ear. Why is it in the ear? Maybe it doesn't help physically, but it still helps how? He thinks it helps, so... Okay. So we let him. ובשן של שועל. Also, one is allowed to go out with a tooth of a fox. Again, you take a tooth of a fox, you put it on a necklace, and you carrying it. Now, why would people do that? שהיו תולים שן של שועל חי. They used to take a tooth of a live fox, למי שמרבה בשינה, for somebody who sleeps a lot, ושן של שועל מת למי שסובל מדדי שינה. And a tooth of a dead fox from somebody who cannot sleep at night. So somebody like me cannot sleep at night. Yeah, in that time, the medicine for that thing would be take a tooth of a dead fox, and then you'll be able to sleep. And if somebody is sleeping too much, cannot get up in the morning, no, he needs to take a tooth of a live fox. Again, psychologically, it helps them. That used to be. We're going to discuss how. וכותב המאירי, and the Meiri says, like your question, says, how is that going to help? So it says, שאף בספר הרפואות לחכמי הטבע, it says, if you look at the books of the doctors at that time, it says it's written in the books of the doctors at that time, הוזכרה סגולה זו. This is mentioned, this thing to carry the tooth of a fox. ובמסמר הצלוב, also you can take a nail from somebody who was crucified. Let's explain this. By the way, a lot of people think a crucifixion associated with Jesus, with Yoshke. This has nothing to do with Yoshke. This is before. This is the Romans' time. The Roman used to crucify everybody. It happens to be they also crucified him, but this comes from much before they used to crucify people. It's not something new. So it says, ובמסמר הצלוב, מסמר מן העץ שנתלה עליו אדם. This is a nail from a tree that you hang a person upon, שהיו חושבים אותו כסגולה לרפא מכה נפוחה. That if somebody had a wound that became infected, there's a lot of pus inside, you will take this kind of nail from a tree, from a cross that somebody was hung upon. You will take the nail from it, and you will carry this nail on you, and it will take care of the infection. You notice, all the things are not really medicine. Okay. It's not herbs, it's not things. והרמב"ם כותב, the Rambam writes, שהיו תולים על צוואר שאדם שחלה בקדחת שלישית. The Rambam says, it's not for an infection, it is for somebody who has high temperature for a long time. Okay. בכל אלו מותר לצאת בשבת משום רפואה. In all these, you're allowed to go on Shabbat because of what? Refuah. Now, Moshe says it's crazy. But Moshe, think about it, it's the same idea exactly as the small boy with the string on his hand. Why do we let the small boy with the string in his hand go out on Shabbat? But does it help?
For him, yes.
Does it help them? If they believe it, does it help them? Oh, because it helps them. They're allowed to. Even though it's stupid, you and me think it's stupid, it doesn't help. The person thinks it helps. Now he's calm, and especially if you take it away, you know what's going to happen? He's going to be distressed because of it. If he believes in it, it's not called caring. It's refuah. It's for medicine. It's not caring. Do you understand the logic? Exactly the same logic as whom? As the boy. He's small in mind. They're also small in mind. But they're also like a small little child. They don't understand, it doesn't work. And Rabbi Meir says, since it helps them, let them. Very good. You understand the logic? Make sense? Makes sense. This is Divrei Rabbi Meir. This is the words of whom? Rabbi Meir. V'chachamim ovrim. And the sages says, and look what the sages are going to say now. The sages are not going to agree with Rabbi Meir at all. The sages says, not only on Shabbat, it's not allowed, it's never allowed. Not even on a Monday. Not even on a Tuesday. Why do you think? Yeah, what's the problem? Let's see. וחכמים אומרים, אף בחול אסור. They say, even in the weekday it's not allowed. It has nothing to do with Shabbat, it's not allowed. It's not allowed on a weekday. להשתמש בסגולות אלה, to use this, all kinds of things. משום דרכי האמורי. Because it says, this is what the idol worshippers who don't believe in God, that's what they believe in. It says, how can you believe in such stupidities? Idol worshippers who don't believe in God believe that a tooth can heal them. We're Jews. We know who can heal us. If it's regular medicine, with the help of God it will heal us, or daven to God. What do you need this stupidity? It's not allowed. It's against Judaism. You're working with all kinds of things. What is this? It's not Judaism. Not only you're not allowed to carry them on Shabbat, you're not allowed to carry them even when? On Yom Chol. Because you're going against your religion. Mishum darkei האמורי. This is the way of the Emori who worship idols. שכל אלו הם מנהגים של האמורי. All these are the custom of the Emori. ונאמר עליהם, and it says upon them, ובחוקותיהם לא תלכו, and in their laws you should not go. ברמב"ם says, don't jump so quickly into conclusion. בגמרא אמרו, in the Gemara they said, כל דבר שיש בו משום רפואה, if it can be proven that it does heal a little bit, אין בו משום דרכי האמורי. It's not from the ways of the Emori. Let's take an example. We said before, you're not allowed to put these eggs of the chargol into the ear. But maybe you're allowed to take oil and other stuff that people say it helps and then put it in your ear. Maybe that's allowed. So yeah, if it has, because of medicine you're using it, not because of psychological. If it also helps medicinally, it doesn't have to help a lot, but a little bit, it helps medicinally, then you're allowed to use it. וכותב הרמב"ם, and the Rambam writes, והוא, it says, how do you know if what you're taking helps or not? You think it helps? I think that oil in the ear helps. You says that the fact that you think oil in the ear helps doesn't mean anything. Who needs to tell you it helps? A doctor. A doctor says, look, I've given it to 1,000 patients, right? And for some patients it helps. So he knows the percentage. It helps more people than not just psychological help. It actually does help. והוא שיאמרו הרופאים שהוא מועיל. The doctor has to say that it helps. Not some old lady in the marketplace says, yeah, this is good, take it. That's not good enough. It needs to come from a doctor. והאירי מבאר, and the Meiri explains, כל שיש בו משום רפואה, it says as long as it has an aspect of healing. רוצה לומר, he wants to say, שרפואתו ניכרת. It says, what do you mean? That you can know that it heals. You can see. כגון שתיית סם ותחבושת מכה. Just like drinking a medicine, taking a drug, ותחבושת מכה, or putting a bandage on somebody. אבל הלחשים ומיניהם אסורים. But you know, you go to these voodoo doctors and they say something on you, boo boo boo, ju ju ju, goo goo goo, and then it goes away. This is forbidden mishum derkei האמורים. So as long as it has something, it takes you herbs and puts it together and tells you drink it, then it's good. Yeah? Or take something on a bandage, and put some cream over there, and then he puts it on you, then you can wear it. But if it's just, he puts a bandage with nothing, and he says some spell on it, so boo 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 to the bandage, and then puts it on, that's garbage. That's nonsense. It has to have some medicine. Okay? What do you think about this one?
Yeah.
You allowed to go to a homeopathic doctor?
Well,
Homeopathic doctors. All these doctors today are not really doctors?
no, אבל מה הם עושים?
I don't know. Good question. Let's say Chinese needles. You allowed to take?
נראה לי כן.
Why?
כי זה לא שרוך.
It's not what?
שרוך.
What do you mean it's not צרוך? On regular Monday, forget Shabbat.
כן. כי שרוך אתה שם אותו רק ליד, ופה באמת מכניסים ועושים
You saying it has some effect.
משהו יש.
You think that it does something. Okay, good. Let me ask you another question. All this homeopathy, these guys who take water and dilute it with some herb and another time and put hands on you. In Russia you have these guys. You know what I'm talking about? The energy.
Yes.
You're allowed to go to that guy? You see, that's the difference. That's why a chiropractor, you're allowed to go?
Chiropractor?
Yeah.
כן,
For sure, there's something there. You can see. Maybe a doctor disagrees with this, but there's something there. But a guy that just puts your hands on you and he gives you energy and this is the Kayamori. So today also all the things are right there.